Do you suffer from any neck pain or shoulder pains from a previous injury, or maybe you've just overworked those muscles a little bit too much? If so, then today I'm going to be showing you some exercises to loosen up those muscles and some stretches to help relieve some pain and tension. And guys, if you're new to my channel, then welcome, but be sure to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so that you will be the first to know when I upload a new video. Hey guys, and welcome to Live Well with Tia. And the purpose of this channel is to inspire, motivate and coach you into a healthier lifestyle. About 12 years ago, I had a car accident where a lorry went in the back of my car whilst I was stationary. And I did have lots of physiotherapy, which helped tremendously. However, I still get that slight flare-up occasionally in my right shoulder and my neck that gives me that limited mobility from time to time, and I do get that aching pain when I wake up in the mornings, and I do have to exercise and do some stretches every single day. So I thought, why not? Why not show you guys what I do, and hopefully those exercises and those stretches will help you with your shoulder pains and your neck pains. So let's just go straight into it. Okay, so during this video I am going to be using, just to show you, a weight, just a light weight and an exercise band. However, if you do not have these, don't panic, because you can also use a tin of anything that you might have laying around in your cupboard and a towel. These are just going to help assist us during the exercises and the stretches. Okay, so when we're talking about any pain in the shoulders, the arms, it's important to know that the nervous system that supplies these muscle groups, they all stem from the neck. So the first exercises that we're going to be doing is all going to be neck focused, and I'm going to show you some dynamic movement stretches and exercises and just some static stretches that you can do just to help relieve that tension and that pressure or any kind of strain that you might have in the neck, because that will be the first muscle that you'll want to stretch out before you head to your shoulders. Okay, so before I go into any static stretches, I always like to get some movement into my muscle groups first. So I'll be showing you that before every exercise. The one that we're about to do, you can do it standing, you can do it seated on a chair, or you can do it by sitting down onto a mat with your legs crossed or sitting on your knees. So I just want you to think about your posture first, and that's to stand nice and tall. Imagine there's like a string coming from the top of your head, pulling you up so that you're nice and tall. Then I want you to take your shoulders and take them slightly back and then drop them down so that they're nice and relaxed, and your chest will be slightly lifted forward. Now, for some of you that have great posture, this will feel natural, but if you do tend to curve over slightly and have any issues with your neck or your shoulders over the past few years, you will tend to find this kind of standing straight posture will cause a little bit of strain, but that's absolutely fine. So the first exercise we're going to do is you're just going to take a deep breath in, and on exhale you're going to drop that chin down. Inhale, exhale and look up. And we're just going to repeat this movement just several times before we go into the static stretch. Just looking up, keeping your shoulders relaxed, and the head goes down. Okay, now we're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale you're going to drop that chin down, keeping those shoulders back, and you're just going to exhale into that stretch. Take a deep breath in, exhale, inhale, back to center. So next few exercises I'm going to show you are going to be focused more on your shoulders and on the nerves. So I want you to make sure that you do these ones nice and slow, don't rush into them, and if it gets too painful at any point, please do stop. So the first exercise is going to focus on the median nerve, and whilst working this exercise, you're going to feel this in your thumb and your first two fingers as well as the shoulder, and then we'll travel down, and you'll feel a little bit of a tingling sensation in these fingers if you're doing it correctly. Okay, so stand nice and tall, and I want you to place your hand to your side and look at my hands. You're going to lift your hands up like this, standing nice and tall, and we're just going to bring the hand in and out. You're just rotating that shoulder in and out. I'm just going to do a couple of reps of this. Nice deep breaths, spreading those fingers out. you've got your hand in a bit of a wrist extension now because your hand is up, fingers are spread, and you're just rotating your arm out and rotating it in. Just do this 7 more times. Okay, from here, you're going to keep your hand like this and you're going to lift that shoulder up. Lift and down. Nice deep breaths, nice and slow. Shoulder blade down and up. This is called a shoulder abduction. A few more. Okay, now you're going to take that arm out and do the same thing. You will be feeling this tingling sensation, and from here just do some small circles. Like I said, this is my most injured shoulder, so this is why I thought I'd show you on this one, and I can already feel it going down my thumb and my fingers and then back the other way. Okay, and that's it. So the next exercise is what we call the radial nerve glide. And what we're going to do with this one, we're going to take your hand and tuck your thumb under. And this time we're going to flex. So if you look at my hand, we're flexing the hand under. And what we're going to do, instead of externally rotating our shoulder, this time we're going to internally. So you're going to bring the arm in and out, just like that. Just a few of these. And keeping the elbow slightly locked, and we're turning in. Just a few more. And then take the arm out slightly and do the same. You might feel a bit of a clicking, that's fine. Okay, so from here, drop the arm back, flex the hand back up again, and lift that shoulder up and down. Nice deep breaths. And whilst the shoulder is up, I want you to take the neck to the side and really feel that and drop it down, and just do that 3 times. Okay, shake it off. Okay, for the third exercise, we are going to go to what we call the ulnar nerve, which is the nerve that runs down your little finger. So what I want you to do is I want you to extend that hand forward again. Bend from the elbow, and if you can imagine there's something in your hand here and you're having to hold it here, okay? Then from here, I want you to lift that arm up so that your humerus, so the back of your tricep, is parallel with the floor. And from here, I want you to turn that arm out and then take that neck to the side, okay? And we're literally going to just pulse up and down. Just a few times. Going. And then from here, we're just going to bring them in and out. Nice deep breaths. And this will help you to release that tension. It tends to run from the shoulder right down to that little finger. So we have done our median nerve, our radial nerve, and our ulnar nerve. These are just 3 exercises that I like to do in the morning. I'm just going to show you some other ones. You can just roll those shoulders back, just for a few seconds, and then you can roll them forward.
Also, just breathe naturally and try not to hold your breath.
And then you can just shrug them up, hold them a little bit, and release. And you can just take the arms back and forward. You heard my shoulder. And then just up and down.
Only take the range of movement as far as it feels comfortable.
Or big circles. Rotate it back. Just going to roll those shoulders back. You can either take the hands up and roll back like this. Or you can just place the hands to your side and just roll them back. And then you can reverse it doing these ones, you just roll it up. And then you can do some shoulder squeezes where you squeeze them back and then forward, show you the side, squeeze. Just squeezing those shoulder blades together. Okay, so that's enough just to warm up those shoulders. So the first thing we're going to do is a cross arm stretch. And you're going to bring the arm across and you're going to tuck this one in. What I like to do for this one is just bring the arm behind and back out. So when you're pulling this arm across, try and keep your chest and your shoulders facing forward. And just hold the hand and reach it out. Nice deep breaths. And then coming back and then bringing the other arm across, touching back and out. It might be more comfortable than just leave your arm here or leave the arm there, but I like to kind of bring it into a bit of a movement. Okay, so the next one we are going to go into a tricep stretch. You're going to place your hand in between your shoulder blades and you're going to pull that arm back. And you're pulling that elbow back, so you're kind of pushing it behind your head and stretching out the front of the arm, which is your tricep muscles, and you're just pulling it back. And I'm giving it a little bit of a release and then stretching it. Okay, change sides.
You can just pull the elbow back just slightly, just back and forth.
And a modified version for this stretch would be grabbing your band or your towel, take one hand behind, like this, both of them together, and you're going to pull down and up.
As you can see, you can do the exact same movement with a towel.
Okay, so the next one is more working on the rotator cuff. So you're going to bring the hand up and with the other arm come behind and you're going to pull it out. So you're just kind of external rotating the shoulder and rotator cuff out. In. Like I said, you can just hold it there, but I like to make it into a bit of a dynamic. Other side. This is actually one of my favourite ones.
If you feel any discomfort when you're taking that elbow out, then just limit the range of movement.
Okay, so the next one, take your hands behind you and just push that chest back. If you suffer from your shoulders, it's really important to also stretch out your chest because obviously they're linked. Shake it out and go back into it. And you're kind of squeezing those shoulder blades together. And shake it out.
This is called a shoulder pendulum, and you're simply swinging that arm back and forth. And you can also create some circular motions, and if you want to add some extra tension, then you just use the weight or the can of whatever you have at home. This is just an exercise I've added in, but feel free to pause this video and repeat the process on the opposite side. So with your knees bent, just curve your body over and place your chest above your knees, and then gently tuck your chin into your chest so that your neck's got a nice curve. Find a spot that's comfortable and then just tilt your head side to side, nice and gently, and occasionally just tuck in that chin into your chest. And I'm just going to take those elbows out and then tuck those elbows in. And that will just help you to feel the stretch in your shoulders just that little bit more. And then gently roll yourself up into a standing position. Okay, so pulling that elbow back, go into a sumo squat position and just lean forward and then pull towards the direction of the shoulder that you're stretching out. And then come back up. Nice deep breaths, and then changing sides. We're just going to repeat the process, pulling towards the opposite direction. Okay, here again with the knees bent, leaning forward, but this time you're going to interlock your fingers behind your back and you're going to bring those arms behind you and above your head. If you can take them further back, but it's all about what feels most comfortable and not putting yourself in pain, but just stretching that tension out. Now, as you can see, you can use a band like I'm using now, and all you're going to do is just pull those arms apart, and then you will feel that stretch in your shoulders and in your shoulder blades. And you can just take the arms above your head and then bring them back down again, and just play around with this movement, and just wherever you feel that tension, you can just stretch into that side more. And with this one, you're going to bend one leg and you're going to lean and rotate back on the side that you have bent that leg. And you're going to come back to center, and then you're going to bend and straighten the other leg and just repeat the process on the other side, pulling that arm back, stretching that shoulder. You can do this with a towel as well if you don't have a band at home. And then you can repeat this same step, but this time without the band or the towel, and just interlocking those fingers behind your back and just leaning towards the side with the bent leg. Okay, so sitting with your legs crossed, you're just going to sit nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, place your hand on top of your head and just tilt your ear towards the shoulder, and just really use your hand to just gently pull your neck to the side, but obviously to where it feels comfortable. And then you can just lift the opposite arm just up and down, and you'll just feel that stretch in that shoulder. And just repeat the same process on the other side. But again, please only put the tension as much on your head that your neck can handle. If you feel any pain at any point, please just stop. And then you can just rotate your neck. Just do a big circle forward and a big circle back. And just try and repeat the process on both sides. Try and keep those shoulders relaxed, back as straight as possible. And here we're just going to place those hands behind us, and then you're going to lean back, pushing your chest out. And then you can lift your hips up if you can, just to get a deeper stretch in, and then relax. And just repeat the process again, taking nice deep breaths. And please only do what feels comfortable. Here we're going to sit into child pose with our toes together but our knees apart, and you're going to stretch those hands in front of you, and you're just going to drop that chest down to the floor. But if you feel that's too much pressure, then you can place your head on a block or 2 books, and this will just relieve some pressure off those shoulders. And then if you can see, if you just drop those elbows and then lift them again, drop those elbows, and you'll just feel that stretch just going that little bit deeper when you bring those elbows down onto the mat. And as always, just remember to take those nice deep breaths. You'll feel this in your lower back as well, so again a bit of a double stretch here. Shoulders, arms, as well as your lower back. And if you have tight glutes, you'll feel this in your glutes as well. Okay, so now just interlock your fingers, bring your elbows beside your head, and just bring those hands behind your head, and you'll feel that stretch in your shoulders and in the back of those arms. And then you can just take those arms out and bring them back to the back of your neck. This just brings that little bit of dynamic movement into the stretch. And again, remember to take those nice deep breaths. Make sure those elbows don't slide out and they stay close to your head. Okay, and if you want to get a deeper stretch in, you can place your elbow onto the block, or again 2 books, and then just drop down and you'll feel that stretch. Again in the back of the arm as well as the shoulder. You might even feel this one in your chest slightly. Again, this will depend on your range of movement, so listen to your body, and if you feel any pain at any point, then stop the exercise immediately. Always remember to breathe naturally through your stretches. And then we're just going to repeat the process on the other side. If you want to go deeper into the stretch, you just make that pile of books of yours that little bit taller, or you add another block on top. Okay, now I want you to slide your one arm underneath the other one, so you're pulling it through, and then straighten that top arm and just lay onto that shoulder, trying to drop your chest, keeping those hips nice and square. If you feel a little bit too much pressure, then you can just lift your upper body slightly, taking that pressure off your shoulder. Just take those nice deep breaths, and you can place the palm down and you can turn it back, and you'll just feel that it will target different areas of your shoulder. Remember to take those natural deep breaths. We're just going to repeat the process on the other side. So pulling that arm under and through and laying on that shoulder. For some people this might be extremely painful, and for others it might just feel like a nice deep stretch. Okay, in the same position, you're just going to lean onto one hand, and you're going to raise the other arm up in the air, and then you're going to bring that hand in between your shoulder blades and rotate your shoulders out and opening up your chest. Again, sorry guys, I've cut my arm out of this video, but it's just up in the air nice and straight above my shoulder. And then if you want to go deeper into stretch, you can tuck your neck away and stretch that neck out, dropping that ear to your shoulder. Taking nice deep breaths, lifting that arm back up again, and we're just going to change and repeat the process on the other side. Arm goes up, nice and straight, opening that chest up, shoulders going back, and then placing that hand behind. You can grab your hip, or you can place it in between your shoulder blade, all depends on your range of movement. Again, you want to feel like it's easing pain, not putting you into pain, so if you feel any discomfort at any point, please just stop this exercise. And just drop that head again, dropping your ear to your shoulder or your arm, and just really get that extra stretch in your neck as well as your shoulders. Okay, keeping those hips lifted up into the air, you're going to drop that chest down to the floor and then come back up again and just repeat the movement. So you're dropping that chest down with the hips up and coming back up on all fours. And repeating the exercise, just getting that range of movement in. And really make the most of that stretch when you've dropped that chest down to the floor. Focus on your breathing. Inhale when you come up and then exhale when you come back down again. And the same thing that we did before, you can drop those elbows down and then straighten those arms again. Drop those elbows down and straighten the arms again, and that will just help you to feel the stretch a little bit more in your shoulders. But this will feel amazing on your lower back as well. And if you have tight arms, this will be enough to feel like you're stretching your arms out as well. So it's like a triple stretch really. Okay, so we're now onto our final stretch. If you just sit down, straightening those legs in front of you, and then going down onto your elbows with your palms facing down, and just drop that neck back, and you'll feel that stretch, opening up that chest, dropping those shoulders down and back. And again, remembering to take those deep breaths. This will also depend on the range of movement in your neck. If you feel any strain on your neck at all, then please do not do this exercise. And then you can also place your block in between your shoulders or some books. And then as you can see, I'm dropping my elbows and my hands out. And it's really opening up my chest, but really stretching out my shoulders at the same time. This is probably one of my favorite stretches. And then you can just reach those arms above your head and really stretch out.
And there you have it, guys. I really do hope that these exercises and stretches will help you to relieve any tension or pain or stress that you might be carrying within your neck and your shoulder. They really do help. Whenever my shoulder flares up, I do these exercises and these stretches and I get such a relief from them. So I really do hope that they give you the relief that you might need as well. But guys, if you have any other muscle groups that you'd like me to do a video like this on, then please do let me know in the comment box below, because it really does help me to serve you better when I have a deeper understanding of what your needs might be. And if you don't feel comfortable to leave a comment on here, then you can head over to www.livewellwithtia.com and you can message me directly through there and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But if you like this video, guys, then please be sure to like, share and subscribe. But until we see each other next, stay safe, stay healthy and stay blessed.
Why am I stressing? I better count my blessings. Life could be more.